Hey everybody, this is Brandon Rieger back here with another upload, and we did it again. We placed first place in the monthly Edison tournament in my area. I'm from Lexington, Kentucky, and this particular event was a PS5 tournament held at Tabletop Tavern here in Lexington, and we had some additional prizing for top eight. It was a top eight event. And I didn't actually choose to play Rescue Cat today. My wife told me to play Rescue Cat. I approached her the night before and I was like, babe, what should I play? Should I play Birds or should I play Twilight? She looked at me with like a stumped face and she said, Cat. And I'm like, I didn't give you that option. Like, I don't even have a cat deck. So, in order to be a good husband, I put together my version of what I wanted to play with as far as like a synchro cat build, and I went pretty standard. It was OG philosophy minus the Doom Kaiser Knight thing or Doom Caliber Knights because those things are pretty bad. You know, Treeborn and Vayu can easily play around those. So again, it's a standard mentality list with some modern spice to kind of go against the meta. And before I go any further, I have to give my partnership a shout out. So, as you guys know, the MWEC tournament that was held this year actually rebranded to the RRC or the Retro Reborn Circuit. So, yes, this is a circuit series, and we've already announced 4 out of potentially 6 events for next year. The links are below. You can follow them on Instagram with all the information. And there's even a Discord server, so please join up, follow up. And I'm actually a part of the circuit, so I run the events. I'm the TO. And yeah, so far so good. I'm set on multiple events next year. Probably not California, but we may try to make it out there. You never know. You never know. But today, yeah, just wanted to give a shout out. This happened during the weekend of the LDS. So, being in advertising sales, quarter 4 is our most extensive period of the year. So unfortunately, I was not able to go out to California, even though it sounded great and fun. I wanted to support Yggdrasil, and I stand behind what they've got going for them as far as their series. But yes, I chose to stick around here in Lexington, and this was a pop-up event that was announced like I guess a month prior, and they were hosting a PS5 tournament, so I had to check it out. I had to be there. It was on a Sunday, and so yeah, it was really cool. Um, so my matchups in the first round was to Christius Warren, 2-0. I think the second matchup was Black Wings. The third was again another Black Wings, and I lost to him. And then my fourth round was Vayu, and he smoked me. Oh my gosh. And I even threw the game like I thought I had 3 darks in grave. I actually had 2, and one was actually banished. My opponent corrected the game state. I could not summon my Dark Arm Dragon. I was not trying to cheat. It was just an utter throw failure. I didn't have any other option at that point. But yeah, he 2-0'd me. And then my 5th round, I believe, was Black Wings as well. That sealed me into top cut. Top 8 happened, and I played my friend Kip. He was on Vayu. And that was a really good, went to a game 3 situation. Super, super close match. It was back and forth, return, burial. Oh my gosh, everything you expected out of the cat deck as well. It really popped off. So I won that, and then my next match was a run back to the Christius Horn player I played in the first round. He was easy to beat. No, I'm playing Zach. He was really good. He played it well. I'm super happy of my top 4 fam because 3 of the 4 slots were Lexington, Kentucky players. It was him who was on the Christius Horn, Zach. Austin made it with freaking fairy frogs. Yo. And then that leads to my final match, which was Sket, aka Sket Money, Sket Brock. He's from the Cincinnati area. He traveled down, And before the round started, I will have to say that I did choose to split with him, so there was no pressure or anything. We decided to play out our last round because honestly, I wanted the run back. I was kind of salty. I lost to him in my third round, and I actually managed to win, but we both walked away winners. So here is the list, starting off with Rescue Cat. Of course, this is the whole theme of it all. My cat looks similar to this, so my wife told me to play this, right? So Rescue Cat. All right, then we play the 3 Airbellums. Nice, nice. Always got to play the 3. Got to have the copies in the deck to summon out. Then we play 2 Hamster. And this is sort of controversial. Let me just put those down for a second. I'm actually running 1 hamster per Ryko, okay? So sometimes you max out on this guy, sometimes you max out on both with this deck, and I chose to cut down some copies. They're really stinking good, and this is probably the best opener. But as the duel goes on, you just want to hit your bombs, man. You want to draw into some good stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, 2 and 2 on those. It never felt out of place because Hamster can also summon Airbellum, which is pretty freaking cool. It actually happened once, but I was way ahead. We also play the Spy package. So we're playing the best flips in the game, can't you tell? These are not only darks, but they're spellcasters because there's a card in the extra deck that's pretty insane that we play 2 of. We'll get to that in a second. And then, yeah, Descendant. I had a lot of people wanting to read this card, but it's foreign. Sorry, guys, you can't read my cards. But yeah, this card was really cool. He is not once per turn. He can literally blow up any card on the opponent's field by tributing another Gravekeeper name. So you can see where that goes with some shenanigans and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, there's that Spy package. Then we opt to play a Boss Monster package. So of course, it's Daddy-O. It's Daddy-O. Look at that feet. Yeah, there's the dad. Then there's the Hexer. Shout out Kenny Hughes. He gave this to me. Well, he sold it to me, but he was actually there at the tournament. I said hello to him. Then there's Gores. This guy's a beast. This guy was unfair all freaking weekend, bro. And then Caius. Actually, can't even see his name. But yeah, shout out Rognak. He's a freaking legend for selling me this. But yeah, Caius was great. I didn't feel like I needed any more of it. It's level 6. Yeah, Caius just does Caius things. It's freaking crazy. And then we have the supporter package. So the supporters are Summoner Monk. So we did opt to play this bad boy. He is a facilitator of the Rescue Cat engine. This is controversial. Some lists play another tuner as a facilitator, like Gale, for instance, which is also a dark. I chose to play Plague, and he was freaking insane all day. He helped me get into Caius. He helped me get out of trouble. He converted off my hamsters when I wanted a Brio or Goyo play. He converted off my Spy. He was able to come out of grave, and also I can normal summon him still and just steal my opponent's monsters and just convert off them. Insane. I would never play Gale over this card ever again. Another supporter, so we have Sangan. And he just lets you see Cat more often. He lets you see Monk if you have the spells to extend. And he could basically just search any facilitator, but primarily it's the Rescue Cat that you're searching. And then opted to play 2 Sidras in the main. We've got the blue Sidra and the no Anubis stamp Sidra. Pretty insane cards. This cost me, I'm kidding. These are pretty insane because they pair with Airbellum so well and Plague to make big Black Rose plays. But primarily, yeah, you're just going, you're like doing this guy, slamming him on the field, you're attacking over their Greffer or something, and you obviously normal summon, you're a Chad, right? You open both of these damn things. So you're going, boom, I'm going to destroy your normal summon, and then boom, attack with a rip out of your hand, and then you just make Stardust. You sit there with two two spells and traps, and that honestly, like just those micro plays right there, those interactions with this card makes it it's a staple in the main deck. I see too many lists not playing this. It just converts so well with a brick in the deck. So yeah, that's the monster count. I don't know how many that is. You could count. Then we're going with, I think it's like 20 something. Then we got spells. So here's 11 spells. I just counted them. MST. We've got the heavy. You know. We've got the Cold Wave. This was funny. I did resolve Cold Wave Monk one time. It was absolutely hilarious. That's just crack when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh, man. Two Avarice. This card is cool. I want to see it. I want to see it like mid game, and it's also pitch fodder for Monk. I never really cut this out really. I like this ratio. I like it at 2. You can recycle your Gravekeeper or Raikou Mills, or just your engines, and just, oh my gosh, just the draws are insane. Book of Moon. This was awesome. So it's either serves as interaction or a pitch, or a convert off of a dead or already flipped hamster or Raikou. You just see more usage out of those. You can also flip Gravekeeper Spy, so you can literally interrupt anything on your opponent's turn because it's so flexible, and also benefit on your side of the field, micromanaging your dark count, getting more uses out of that Raikou, or like protecting cards when you're playing aggressively, and you might hit like a Deep Present or a Mirror Force on the other side and can protect your monsters. So, oh my gosh, Book of Moon's just fucking absurd. Then we've got Brain Control, because we like to steal monsters, so we're playing both the Mind Control and the Brain Control. These just convert so well with your Airbellum and your Plague. Not much to say there. They just win games. And then my last two are utility cards. So this could either be, if I just open Gas, this could just be a free pitch off of Summoner Monk, okay? And I don't have to wait 2 turns to convert it. Or I slap this on the field, and I'm going first with this. I typically side this out going second, as that feels really bad. But going first, you can search for a bomb like Cat. You could search for Cold Wave. You could search for Brain Control. And this is just stinking good. So I play the one. It is like an open space. I do play a 41 card list. I still like this because it ups the count for the spells to 11, which makes sense for the Monk only. So we're running intentionally heavy spells here. And in my body, this card absolutely bonkers. I won 2 games against Black Wings off the same dude because I had this both games like 1 and 2, I guess. This card's just freaking insane. Just being able to stop so many things on their side. Destruction, removal, torrential, bottomless, freaking Mirror Force. I mean, dude, Icarus. Oh my gosh, there's so many things right there. So yeah, that's 11 spells. Moving on, we've got I believe 9 traps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 traps. Starting with the bottomless. So you gotta run that pair, John. You know what I'm saying? Just run that pair. Why not? Maybe side 1 out when you're going second. That's kind of what I did. These always stayed in. Depriz is really insane card. And then you got the Mirrored Force. And then we've got the Faded Torrential. Staples, you know. The Solemn Juice Man, the Judge Man, the Johnson, as you wish. He is super cool. Dude, oh my gosh. Talk about a checkmate card. Being able to like literally go into like the Cyber Dragon Airbellum, sit on a Stardust, and just sit here. I mean, you're just sitting pretty with just absolutely a stop to anything, and you just put yourself ahead. Now, I will say this kind of sucks going mid game or late game. Honestly, late game is really good with this, but like early game sucks because you just have tons of starters though too. So it's not terrible. I would probably side this out against Blackwing or Bayou. I would think about that. I don't know which one, if any, are correct to keep it in. Then we got Trap Dust Shoot. And we've got the evac, so it's like, you got the pre-side to Bayou. You could also like reuse your your Airbellum in a small simplified game state. If you're just wanting to apply pressure, which happens a lot, you get your opponent down to like 2 or 3 cards, and you also have like 2 or 3 cards, but you're chilling with an Airbellum, and that just feels fantastic. So you're just, keep pushing with the simplified game state. This card helps. It also just dealt with armed wings and other synchro monsters all day. And also, this deck has an issue with outing Stardust. So this is another Stardust out. So 41 cards. I honestly would not change anything. I was a mastermind when I came to cook with this deck, let me tell you. All right, and then we've got the extra deck. So we've got the one Chimera Tech. We've got the one Armory Arm Brachial. We've got the one Ally Justice Cataster, one Android, and we play the Brio, the boy. He's so good. Again, playing Plague and accessing this card in this deck, absolutely busted. Like, that's why you got to run the Plague. Goyo, here's the boy. So you have to use a spellcaster non-tuner with any of your tuners. So you basically access that by the Gravekeepers, which are both level 4 spellcaster darks, with your Airbellum. And this guy is basically the theme of the deck. So you can play 2. I think 2 comes up in testing. But yeah, you just convert into 2 Arcanite Magicians. You sit there popping all their shit. They're also big booty. So like even Ashura on its own can't get rid of this. So and it attacks if you want it to attack, and it feels bad because like even if they have Gores, you can still out it with this card. Absolutely insane. I would play 2. 2 definitely comes up, and we play X Saber Herbellum. So sometimes you cannot access this, but you just have ways to get into 7s really easy. And this is another way to put a big body on the field and apply the hand pressure. Then we've got, oh my gosh, just pause the video. Thank you. Thanks for taking that moment. Then we've got the AFD. He's pretty cool. This actually came up because we were in a simplified game state, and I believe he had like a Titania or a big Gores on the field, and there was like a 3,000. I don't know. Dude was scary. He had a mad monster, but I was able to slap this booty on the field. He could not out this for, I shit you not, 5 turns. This card was just big chilling on the board. We were both drawing cards. We were both getting back into the game after a simplified game state. That's insane. Stardust, I made all the freaking time. Just look at that baby and his raised name. Oh yeah. He was really good. He protected all my shit, protected all my plays. He was probably the best make today. I did not make Dark-End Dragon, but we have to play max rarity just in case we do make Dark-End Dragon. There's several ways you can do the Plague into the Caius, or you can Mind Connoisseur and do that shit. But yeah, then there's Colossal, and then we've got the Misty Mist, right? So that is 16 cards in the extra deck. Haha, fooled you. And then, oh yeah, the side deck. This was gas. So I was talking to my friend Paul, and he goes, I've never seen those cards in the combination in a Synchro Cat deck in the side deck. Are you kidding? Well, I guess it worked. Like, I don't know what I was supposed to say, but this is more traditional theory, right? So, of course, we were on birds today. 2 Sirocco. I didn't want to do 3. I didn't want to see it too much. But Sirocco allowed me to play into the rather difficult or challenging matchups. And then, yeah, so that's Vayu and Blackwing. Then we have the Breaker. He did not deem useful all day, but that was just matchup dependent. I would have sided this into anything that played a crap ton of back row, Glads, things like that. But yeah, it's unfortunate. Kaiku came in. Kaiku was a baller. So genuinely, you want to, if your opponent can play DDV, you got to expect that they're going to be siding in another copy of it, or just max out on it post, game 1. So I preemptively side some of the smaller DDV targets when I play into Blackwings or Vayu. And he typically comes in along with like these big boys, like these are all prospects, right? This for the value matchup, this for the Blackwing matchup potentially. This card I never got off today, but I would have used that as a field protector for frogs. Yes, a field protector. I can't think of the other name. Um, Anyways, then we got the DD Crow. We've got the Vanity's Fiend, so you could potentially swap this for the Caius or something else, typically in the Frog matchup, or like Dragon Turbo or something. And then we've got one Smashing Ground. So for any deck like Lightsorn or Black Wings or Glads that just stick a monster and need that monster to stick around, we're bringing in Smashing Ground because all of our guys are pretty small. And one little bit of removal can open up the floodgate for Airbellum, and we love ripping cards. Then we've got two Rugs, which also did not really come in, at all, because I did not face any Frog matchup. So I guess we were Frog light this weekend. And then Dust Tornadoes even came in against Christia Sworn over the Heavy Storm because all their back rows are chainable. So I want to hit it in the end phase so they can't beckoning or whatever. That was pretty good. Sided in against Vayu and Black Wings consistently and really won games. Like Vayu, you want to hit their return, their set burial if they're just setting cards. And then Black Wings, you cannot afford to keep that whirlwind up. This was another card that is good in graveyard matchup. So this came in Christia Sworn. This came in Vayu Turbo. This would have came in Frogs. Then we have the Trap Hole. This was kind of cute. I sided this in just as an additional trap for Black Wings, and it would have came in for Glad Beast as well. And then Starlight Road, which actually came in, and the two times that I had it, I did resolve it once, but the two times that I had it actually mattered. But yeah, that's the deck. Hopefully, you guys can play it in your locals or test the waters a bit in some of the major events. Again, shout out to everybody that made it to the LDC, and shout out to everybody that's signing up for the RRC. We're really looking forward to having those events at the Retro Reborn circuit. We cannot thank you guys enough for the early support that you guys are giving us. We're doing tons of giveaways, tons of activity. It's a full on revival for retro formats in general. We're not just doing this for Edison, guys. We're doing it for Goat, or some of the more unexplored like Redo. We're doing Tengu. We're doing Hat. Like, we're doing it all. Just wait. We're doing it all, and we want you to be a part of it too. Since Konami has taken a back seat to retro, you have to rely on the community, and the community is very strong. It's unlike other games, and honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I thank each and every one of you for touching my life in a positive manner. I cannot thank you guys enough. But again, yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Will you take the cat deck to victory like I did? Give it to me in the comments. Peace.